I don't know how to start this. It's Oscar season. Yay. Yay. It's award season. Everyone's favorite time of year to get angry about shit that won't matter in April. The Golden Globes happened like a week ago. I didn't watch it. I was too busy watching the Chronology of Water in theaters. Pretty good movie. Kristen Stewart's kind of got the sauce, I'm not going to lie. It's almost time for Oscars. The nominations get announced in fucking like a week when I'm recording this. I don't know. The Oscar nominations have not been announced yet. So I would figure I would start off this season, the Gray Oscar watching Oscar Isaac naked in Frankenstein in that one scene. What do I call this? I don't know. It's going to definitely be just Oscar Watch 2026. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But as a kickoff to this season, I'd figure I would try and predict some of the nominations as like the most nerd thing I could ever fucking do on this channel. Just to say off the bat, I'm probably like underestimating a couple movies this season. I didn't really pay much attention to the Golden Globes, but I did try to pay attention to what was being nominated and what was winning, I guess, in consideration for this. I've looked at the different short lists the Academy has announced. It's insane that No Other Choice didn't get in the cinematography shortlist. I'm fucking losing my mind, bro. That movie... But I'm going to be going through literally every category. I don't give a shit. Literally every category this year with my predictions for what's being nominated. I'm mad at myself for making this video. I have no idea why. You're going to be seeing a lot of movies repeating in these predictions because I think usually every year during the Oscars, there's like one pretty obvious critical darling. Last year, I mean, other than Emilia Perez, but last year was pretty obviously Anora. And then the year before was obviously Oppenheimer. This year, I think there's like 3 or 4 that could honestly win anything this year. So you'll be seeing the same few movies pop up over and over and over again. Obviously, these are my predictions. I tried to be as smart as possible with some of these, with my level of smartness. So if you think you're smarter than me, you probably are, but you don't need to say that. Please, it hurts my feelings. Starting off with the new category this year, they're adding Best Casting this year, or just basically an award giving to casting directors, which I think is pretty cool. I know next year they're adding Best Stunts or Best Stunt Coordination or whatever. That is really cool as well. We should have had that category when John Wick Chapter 4 came out, but that's fine. That's fine. And casting was kind of hard to predict because we don't really know the Academy's tendencies with this category yet. So this is what I have. But for casting, I have Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Weapons. I tried to pick movies with a fairly ensemble cast because I think that's more likely to get nominated. I mean, especially One Battle After Another, Sinners, Weapons. Those are all kind of purely ensemble movies to me. And then Frankenstein, I mean, whoever decided that Jacob Elordi should play the creature kind of deserves something, you know? And then Marty Supreme, obviously with the Safdie's casting choices, just getting non-traditional actors to be like giant roles in movies. I think the Oscars are going to kind of try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Congratulate is kind of the word I was looking for. My chair is squeaky today. Holy. For visual effects, I have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Frankenstein, Sinners, and Superman. Superman is kind of just like a fuck it pick, I'll be honest. It seems that every year like a superhero thing kind of shows up in like visual effects or one of like the techie departments. So I feel like Superman is probably the big one of 2025. I think F1 is going to be a pretty sleeper I guess, nomination hit or whatever. I think people are sleeping on F1's Power. It's a loud car movie, and the Oscars sure love those types of movies. Best editing, which before I get into these nominations, no other choice, no other. No other choice should be here. It's not going to be. I know it's not, but it should be here. I have Begonia, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. This one was kind of hard to figure out. I don't really know the Oscars tendencies with editing, so I kind of just stuck with like my main four and then just kind of tacked on Begonia because I feel like that's the one that has like the most like exciting editing. I thought I was gonna burp. There it is. Seurat could also be here, I guess, but it's a foreign movie, so it's probably gonna get like 2 nominations if it's lucky. Costume design. I have Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Wicked for Good. One Battle After Another, I don't really... I wouldn't be surprised if it's not there for costume design. I really only put it there because of Bob Ferguson's like whole get-up. Like, that became iconic, but a lot of other characters for One Battle After Another don't really have that like exciting costume design. But I think everything else here has a chance, especially Frankenstein, especially Hamnet. Wicked for Good, as you'll see, I don't really think is going to get as many nominations as Wicked 1 did. It seems like people aren't really as gassed on the second one. I wonder why. Makeup and hairstyling, I have Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and Wicked for Good. I honestly think makeup and hairstyling is the only nomination The Smashing Machine will get. I think people are really gonna try and push for Dwayne Johnson in The Smashing Machine, but I think there were enough higher level performances this year that he'll kind of get like washed out a little bit. I mean, Wicked for Good, I'm putting on here because it's Wicked. I feel like it's going to get something, and it's not going to win, but it's going to get nominated for something, so I feel like it's going to be that. I mean, Frankenstein has to be there. It has to be in makeup, bro. There's no way it's not. And Sinners kind of has to be there, too, for, like, the more grotesque vampire designs. Best cinematography was kind of hard, too. But I have Begonia, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I don't really have, like, a villain this year for the Oscars, or at least none that I can clearly see right now. Depending on the category, F1 could be. But honestly, I think just the movie that I think will definitely get nominated for a good amount of Oscars that I just did not like was Train Dreams. Quick little review of Train Dreams. I just found it kind of boring. It looks beautiful, but just the main character has like nothing to attach to. I don't think Sinners really deserves a cinematography nomination. I just think they're going to put it there. I think there's plenty of movies that have way better cinematography than Sinners. No other choice, but that didn't make the fucking short list, bro. What the fuck? But I feel like they're going to put it there anyway, to be honest. I feel like Sinners and One Battle After Another are just going to run the whole fucking show, man. Production design, I have Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. Hamnet could be interchangeable with a couple of things. I mean, Frankenstein and Sinners kind of have to be there, I'm assuming. One Battle After Another, I don't know if they really like designed the production and more so found locations, but I feel like there's enough like iconic areas of that movie to really get a nomination, especially Sensei's apartment and the nunnery. I was gonna say the church, but it's more than a church. I don't know. The nunnery, sure, we'll go with that. Sound, I have F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Seurat. Seurat I have not seen yet. I have not seen it yet because Neon fucking hates me. But from what I hear, the sound of the movie is like the thing about it. It's probably the most sound movie since like Sound of Metal is what I'm kind of hearing. F1 is fast, loud car movie. I feel like it's got to be there. And then the others just like make sense, you know. Best original song was kind of fun to deduce. I'm really only confident about like 3 of these. I have Cynthia Erivo's No Place Like Home from Wicked for Good, Huntrix's Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, Miles Canton's I Lied to You from Sinners, Nick Cave's Train Dreams from Train Dreams, and Nine Inch Nails' As Alive As You Need Me to Be from Tron Ares. The Nine Inch Nails one was kind of just like, oh, fuck it, honestly. Trent and Atticus are kind of like score darlings, you know? Just like throw something. Throw them something, you know? I feel like we all know exactly what's going to definitely win, and that's Golden by K-Pop Demon Hunters. Well, sure, it's original for the movie. I mean, you know, it's like that and I Lied to You like have to be there. It was kind of hard to pick the Wicked song from the short list. There was only 2 from Wicked on the short list, I believe. And I just picked the one that had the most streams on Spotify. So that was my reasoning. And then the Train Dreams one, it's an original song for a movie that people really like. It's about all the reason I have for that one. Score. I have Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. I'm realizing I put Train Dreams on here a lot. I saw the Golden Globes didn't even nominate Marty Supreme for Best Original Score. It's not like I respect the Golden Globes as an award show anyway, but it's like, what? I feel like these are all pretty like self-explainable, you know? Alexandra the Splat, my goat. Johnny Greenwood's score for One Battle is pretty much iconic at this point. The music in Sinners kind of is the point of the whole movie sometimes. And then Train Dreams, for as much as I don't really fuck with Train Dreams all that much, I will say the score is kind of like the bridge for the movie, other than its cinematography. I'm just saying words. I like movies, but I kind of don't know how to talk about them most of the time. Best international film. I have It Was Just an Accident, No Other Choice, Sentimental Value, Surat, and The Secret Agent. The voice of Hind Rajab could be there. I feel like it could replace Surat, but to be a little nihilistic, I live in America in January 2026, so it's a little hard to not be nihilistic. But I feel like the Oscars gave their Palestine award to No Other Land last year, so I don't think they're going to do that again. But who knows? I feel like Surat and the voice of Hind Rajab could be switched out, but the other 4 are definitely going to be there. Crazy year for Neon, though. Holy shit. No Other Choice should be in other categories. As I've said, I'm saying it over and over again because I think it's my personal biggest snub this year. Even though the nominations haven't come out, I just have a feeling it's not going to get much other than Best International. I mean, it should be nominated for Best Actor, bro. Best Lead Actor. What are we doing? I know it's not going to happen. I'm getting mad at shit that hasn't happened yet. But it's not going to happen. And I will fucking do something, bro. If it does, I'll be really happy. Best Animated Film was kind of hard for me personally. I didn't really watch a lot of animated movies this year. I kind of didn't really care about most of them. But here's what I have. I have Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, The Bad Guys 2, and Zootopia 2. Could be. I don't think Elio would really be there. I saw that, the Demon Slayer movie got nominated for a Golden Globe. I don't know if the Oscars would do that, but it could happen, I guess. Dogman was on the short list. I really want Dogman to be there. That's my personal favorite animated movie that I saw. Very charming, very fun movie. I don't think it's going to get shit, though, even though it should. It really should. Best Adapted Screenplay. I have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. I feel like these are all pretty solid locks. I feel like this is like one of the categories I'm the most confident about. I mean, yeah, do I really need to explain to myself why for these picks? Best original screenplay, I have Blue Moon, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Sorry Baby. I feel like Sorry Baby might sneak in a couple. It really should. I don't think it's going to get much, but it should sneak in a couple. Blue Moon, I did not like. Obviously, I made a video about it. I don't think Blue Moon's really going to get much, and I don't really think it deserves anything, but it'll get at least one thing, and I think it's probably going to be screenplay. I think lead actor is going to be too crowded for Ethan Hawke, so I think best original screenplay is probably his best bet. Best supporting actress, I have Odessa Azion for Marty Supreme, Inga Ivsdottir Lilias for Sentimental Value, Wonmi Mosaku for Sinners, Haley Steinfeld for Sinners, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Odessa Azion could be swapped out with Gwyneth Paltrow, to be honest, but I think I've liked Odessa's performance more personally. I really hope Inga Ivsdottir gets a nomination, man. Her performance is like my favorite thing about Sentimental Value. Best supporting actor, I have Miles Canton for Sinners, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Jesus Christ, Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. It's kind of crazy to me that Stellan Skarsgård is in supporting actor. Is that crazy to say? I feel like he should be in lead. I feel like him and Renate are co-leads in that movie, you know? I feel pretty confident about this one too. I don't really know another supporting actor that would really be here unless they count Paul Mescal and Hamnet as supporting. Even then, I don't think he'll beat all of these people. I loved Hamnet, but I don't know about that. Best actress, I have Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another, Renate Reinsve, I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry, for Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Begonia. Emma Stone, I think, is the most replaceable out of that list. I mean, if Jessie Buckley and Rose Byrne aren't there, I don't know what the fuck we're doing, especially Rose Byrne, especially Jessie Buckley. Those two performances are like some of the best of the year. So I don't, if they're not there, then honestly I might like burn down the whole building. Best actor, I have Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent, and Jesse Plemons for Begonia. I really only put Wagner Moura here because I've heard so much praise for his performance in The Secret Agent, and I've seen the movie. He's good in it, but I don't think he's really like best actor worthy, except for like maybe like the epilogue at the end. But I mean, that's just me though. I honestly think the most replaceable out of this list is Jesse Plemons. He's great in Begonia, but they could do Paul Mescal. I don't think Oscar Isaac would get lead actor for that, you know. Best director, I have Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Brian Coogler for Sinners, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein, and Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value. I feel like all of these are pretty good choices, in my opinion. Park Chan-wook should be here. Mary Bronstein should be here. Chloe Zhao might be here. Depending on how many nominations Hamnet gets, I feel like Chloe Zhao might be there. Probably replace Trier, but I'm sticking with my list. I feel they're going to do all male this year. And then the big one, Best Picture. This one was kind of hard. I'll admit, this one was kind of hard to decide. I'm confident about a lot of them, but the full list I'm not super confident about. I have Begonia, Hamnet, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Sorry Baby, The Secret Agent, and Train Dreams. I mean, movies that could be there is If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. It was just an accident. I'm kind of underrating in Best Picture and Screenplay department. It is the Palme d'Or of 2025, so it's got to get something, I guess. So that could be there. I'm also underestimating weapons a lot this year. I feel like the horror movie slot for the Oscars has already been taken up by Sinners. So I don't think Weapons will really get much other than maybe Best Supporting Actress for Amy Madigan. Even then, I'm not super confident about that given the rest of the performances. The Secret Agent is maybe replaceable, but I feel like it's got too much buzz around it to really like get away from that. But yeah, that's my list. Those are my predictions. The nominations get announced in a few days as of recording this. I will do a video on my live reaction to the nominations. Let me know if there's anything like I super missed and didn't mention that I overlooked. Well, what do you think's gonna win all of the awards? Do you think they're gonna let fucking 28 years later win all of the awards? Let me know. Bye.